So, I'm getting ready to go out. This morning is the last day of Barufios. I forgot to do the one I was going to do, but that's fine. Of 1 hour Barufios. So, I and my son went to school, so I am going to stream now. They get out at noon. Toadstools will be ready in about an hour in another part of town. So we will go after them in a little while, or in about an hour, and go from there. Okay, I've got as far as I can on that. Now I'm literally just going to be waiting for the, to get enough stuff and debating if, collecting, and then debating if I'm going to level up one of the other professions. So, they did release the tasks for Community Day and what'll be in the bundles and stuff. So I will let you guys see that later in the stream, just in case Steph or Jen actually gets up and is able to jump on, or other people. So there is that. I'm coming over here after some ends, and then we will go see about mapping that area of North Logan that we didn't get mapped, since we have about an hour before the toadstools are ready. Okay, let's move a little bit so I can get the other two ends. I wasn't sure if I was close enough or not. I had been hoping I was, but obviously I was not. So, hopefully now I am. Okay, now we can go head towards North Logan. And head up to that area that I saw that for sure has a church that we need to map, and that area. So it's not snowing as bad as my wipers were going, but the snow that's falling is a really dirty snow. So I'm trying to keep it cleared off my window. I think they did or they are seeding the clouds, because it is a really, really dirty snow. Looking at my phone for a little bit, so if anyone jumps on, I'll check once I get closer to where we're headed to start mapping. For anyone who doesn't know, the way I know that toadstools will be ready in about 30 minutes is through adding stuff to the map. I think it was yesterday that we passed and I saw that they were going to be available, and I was just adding in everything during the stream that I saw, and so I added these in. Now what we will do is, if I can get there a little bit early, will be my plan, and see about maxing out the toadstools, which will drop 9 toadstools if I max it out. So that is one thing to consider, is do you want to plant 9 different greenhouses and use water and seeds, or do you want to use energy to get your toadstools? Each planting in the greenhouse results in 1 toadstool. Sometimes it'll do 2, but lately I think it's been more 1. So be aware of that. It was nice when it was 2, because you need at least 2 for each potion. But so 1 basically means you're gonna have to either plant the same greenhouse 2 days in a row for every potion, or plant in 2 separate greenhouses. So, unless you choose to increase the yield through using energy. For me, it's just easier to use energy. Now, I did not plant this greenhouse, but anyway, the nice thing is, and this is something that I'll say it again, it was a question, it was a thing that was a source of confusion early on, and I could see still could be a source of confusion if people are not aware, and that is, if you go and plant toadstools in a greenhouse, when it's time to collect, as long as you're there in the 30 minutes, you will be able to pick up however many toadstools the greenhouse is set to produce. And you could have 100 friends all show up at the same time, or within that 30 minutes, or 200 or 500, whatever. As many people as show up in that time will all be able to collect the same amount of toadstools. It does not take from you or from anyone else when people collect. So, if you had a bunch of people and you each went and used once, like if you had 50 people and each of you went and used one spell energy to increase the yield, you would each still get 9, or you'd each get 9 toadstools. It would be the same as having one person use 50 spell energy. And that is another thing. Each person can up the yield by however many it needs to be upped. And maybe it's not one spell energy. I've never checked how it figures out that 50 energy. I can't remember if there's a minimum amount that you have to do it first, or if you've already had it slightly done, if there's a minimum amount you have to do. But what I'm getting at is one person doesn't have to do everything to reach the peak yield. It can be split between people. So that's something to be aware of too. If you know that if you're with a group of people and you go out every day at a certain time and there's a greenhouse in that area, you might choose, rather than have one person max it out, to have each person do a certain portion. Because then you'll still get each one of you will still get the full amount of toadstools that can grow in a greenhouse at a time. But you won't use as many of as much of your energy as you do if you do it yourself. And that can be nicer, especially if you are one who is going in with or one who has not increased their energy capacity, and so you have a low energy capacity. That 50, I remember when we were at that point, that 50 yield seemed, or that 50 to get the high complete yield seemed really high, and it would be really hard to do that and then building up, I mean going after foundables, etc., it would be hard because you wouldn't have very much energy left. And so there was a lot of debating at times on if we wanted to max it out or not. For that reason, because it was a lot of energy, a lot of our energy to max it out. Well, it's now if I have as much energy now, okay. I have as much energy now as after I max it out as I did at that point before I maxed it out. So, okay, that one is mapped. I didn't realize it was, but I'm not complaining. And I don't see anything around here. And no one said anything yet, so we will continue on. And I'm not going to plant anything here just because I'm not going to be back. At least for, longer than any of the stuff would be to do. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go straight from here, go up a little ways, and see if I see anything up there, and then determine where I'm going to go. Interestingly, it does appear that they reduced the distance you can see at a time. Okay, I can still see that one, so we're good. We're gonna go up more because nothing's up here. Okay. So maybe they didn't reduce it, and maybe it was just at the edge on that last one. Okay, we have reason to go up here. That's what I was checking. I was thinking, okay, we're getting where I don't know that I want to continue up, because I don't think there's going to be anything up there. But obviously there is more than one thing up here. Don't know where it's at, but we'll go up here and find out. Park is just up from that. Busy road, and up in there more is the canyon and stuff. And so I don't think we're going to find as much up there. Maybe during the summer, if you guys want me to go up there, I can go check it out. But as you can see, I'm getting connection not stable issues, the works. So not somewhere I want to head up right now. But this is interesting to know that this is here. Because honestly, I had absolutely no clue about it. Now I know there was a oddities here, but the only way to get to it is while I'm driving, and I'm not gonna do that. So almost didn't even come all the way up here, I will be honest. So there is benefit in coming up places, and I think it proves the benefit of having the map Wizards Unite and for Pokemon Go. If you really are trying to do that, if they were really trying to do their focus, they might have it more available, because I am tempted to go check it out later on. Okay, we have over there. I want to check if that's where I mapped earlier. Yes. Oh, wait, no, it's not. Okay, I will need to go check out that portion. So we're going to go to the right first, and then we will go left. But we do need to go make sure there's nothing up that road. just had a piece of dirt, like a bigger piece of dirt, land on my windshield, not covered in snow or anything. So obviously, because they try to make sure what they drop is under a certain size, so it collects stuff, starts collecting moisture around it, and then when it drops, all that's left is a muddy snow. But in this case, obviously a particle got too big because I wasn't near any vehicles, anything that could have resulted in it, or resulted in something flying into the sky to drop. So obviously it was from them seeding. And sorry about the bottles. Jen mentioned it and I forgot to check because I didn't register them yesterday. So I'm debating we may not go all the way up. I'm gonna see how much we can see it all, so we're not gonna go up. There's the bottle that's causing me issues, but I can't get to it right now. It's one of my daughter's bottles for her. She really likes Japanese drinks, and it's one of those bottles that she brought in that's making the noise. So I will probably need to, so I will try and grab that, stop in a little bit, whatever, to get it. I'm thinking we will check out one more road and then see what time it is and maybe head for the toadstools, because we are reaching about time that I think we're going to have toadstools popping. So I'm hoping we're not missing something, because I see houses off to the side and I know we've gone a bit. So we're going to pull up in here and see where we're at. Okay, if I can see that on this map, see where we're at. Okay, I can see that. So I know where we're at. We're up in here. Okay, yeah, we should have seen everything either on that road or from here, unless I'm on this 1700 Foothill Drive road right now, right here. So everything but 1500 north I would have been able to see. Let's see what time. 39 minutes. It'll take me a little bit to get there. Yep. Let's head over to the toadstools. Actually, let's move you back there. Not that you'll be able to see much in just a little while, but at least, yeah. So, the next one to go up is that road down a little ways. About 2 blocks, the one that the greenhouse is actually on. So we are into Logan mapping now, I believe is their Logan addresses. If not, it's right on the edge of Logan and North Logan. So this road, I believe, is the road. Yeah, that road's the road we need to head up. So it's 1500 south. Have everything mapped in Logan. But there's still plenty of areas around here to map. Well, maybe there's an area above. There might be something above Lundstrom Park to map. And then there's the hill. I think Jen said she got all of that, though. Actually, I think I remember doing it possibly on the stream. I'll have to look over there. Yeah, I'll have to look over there. I know we did the lower portion, but I think we actually went and did the upper portion too. Not sure. We'll have to look on the map, but not now, because I definitely, that would be like after I do this portion of Logan. So next time I stream, I'll come up here. Or not necessarily next time I stream. Next time I map, next time I'm going around maps specifically, I'll be coming up here. Specifically because I know that there's stuff up here to map, or because there's the stuff up here to check, and I want to finish. So we will do that, and then from there we will go probably go into Providence, I think is what we'll do from there. Possibly somewhere else. Because I think over by there is some stuff over by the airport that is not mapped. So there is that section to do also. And then I know we still have Smithfield and anything north of that to map. Yes, we got some of Smithfield. I don't know if we have it all. I don't know that we have it all. And then we also have stuff to the south still. Plenty of stuff to the south to map. So, and that's on the east side. I've still got a lot of the west also to map. So, which is kind of funny because I live on the west side, but it's so in a way it's funny, in a way it's not, and it's more understandable because honestly the west side is more rural area, so we are going to get fewer stops and stuff over there, and it's not like here where there's no where you kind of have to just guess what town you're in. There's for the incorporated towns, there is distance between them on the west side. And so it's very clear, okay, we have made the transition from them, you know, so in between it's more difficult, but it's not as hard as here in Cache Valley. Here in Cache Valley, it's kind of not Cache Valley. Here in the east side of Cache Valley, that's what I'm after. It's kind of difficult to tell the transition from one town to another because you don't have a area where it reduces and then builds again as much. Whereas on the west side you do. You have open spaces for a ways in between your towns, which are obviously have the houses closer together, or at least your incorporated towns. College Ward, Young Ward, Nibley is kind of hard to tell. Nibley, you can there's the separation from College Ward, Young Ward more by the highway, so that one's decently easy. But it's kind of hard to tell even when you're in College Ward / Young Ward, let alone which one you're in, because they're dispersed. There's a reason that they haven't incorporated. People in that area prefer to be, they aren't an actual town per se. They want to have, they're more farmers and rural people, and they like that lifestyle. And so either that, or they manage to get a house for cheap enough that in that area. But in general, they prefer that lifestyle of rural farmland, the works. They like to go hunting, etc. So that one's, and a lot of them hunt their own land. So that one's harder to tell when you're in, where you're at within that area. So, but otherwise, the towns are pretty distinct. There's a separation between Wellsville and Mendon and Benson, and all of those in Logan, and etc. Whereas, as you guys kind of saw, I didn't know, so there was a little bit of a separation between Hyde Park and North Logan. Not a lot, but there was a little bit, I will say that. Then there was really nothing between there's nothing between North Logan and Logan to let you know, okay, you're moving into another town. And there's nothing between Logan and the next town. I'm not even positive on the name of the town. I'd have to look it up. And then that town and Providence, and even there, it's kind of hard to tell, because at areas it goes straight from Logan to Providence. That's why I'm not sure the name of the town, because I think it's River Heights, but I'm not positive. But that's how small that town is, and how much it kind of blends with Providence and Logan. So there's that. And then Providence and Millville, there's a little bit of a space, but not much, and that's going rapidly. And then Millville and Nibley, I'm not sure if it's one side of the road and the other side of the road, literally one side of the road and the other side of the road, or what there. And then Nibley and Hiram kind of blend together. There is a little bit of a separation, but it's hard to know where you're making that switch there. After Hiram, you finally get to where you can tell there's a break, because there's no houses for a while. But that is, yeah. And this may not sound unusual to people from other places, that you'll have one town right against another town, right against another town, and you don't know when you've made the switch in between. I know there's a lot of that in Salt Lake County and whatever. But for Utah, even for a college town, that is not as common. You usually have spaces, wide open spaces of little snow houses for a ways. And so to have that many all together, that's one way you've got a bigger town and you're in a more populated area. But it is more unusual. And I cannot reach it from here. So I will have to either turn around and see if I can find a way to get in. If I can cross the road. And then maybe I'll just wait there. Part of me saying max it out. Part of me saying don't, because I don't know if I'll be able to get to them all. We will see. And part of it depends on, can I get across the road in time to do anything about it? Okay, we are crossing. Now let's see where we're at. Made it over. Let's see. I'll be nice. Someone planted it. How long do we have now? 3 minutes. These roosters are getting harder to stay in. Oh, let's go to just double check where I'm at ingredient wise while we're waiting. Okay, I've got room. Oh, I know what we can do while we're waiting. Let's see. I have Discord open, I believe. Yes. That was the wrong channel. There we are. Okay. Community Day Bundle. Potent, tonic, dark, and spell energy for $420. Community Day. Return 5 Whomping Willow Foundables. Return 5 Faux Glass Foundables. Return 15 Medium Threat Wonders of the Wizarding World Foundables. Return 30 Wonders of the Wizarding World Foundables. Use 2 Potent Existimal Potions and use 1 tonic for trace detection. You'll get 3 spellbooks, 40 coins, and 100 Wonders of the Wizarding World energy. And you get night buses from them. So that's cool. Complimentary gift, 1 tonic, 1 unicorn 6. So everything to make 1 potent potion. It looks like spell energy. Dark detectors are 1 hour duration, as we talked about. Okay. Basic cauldron, existimal potion, 30 minutes. Strong, 1 hour. And potent, 2 hours to brew. So you will want to make sure that you do not have anything in your cauldron at that time, because you will want to be able to get those. Now, where are my... Come on. There they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got them all. Okay. Let's head over and fight in the fortress. First, I need to turn around. So one thing is, if you start brewing your potions during community day, and this is the reason I said to make sure that your cauldrons are all empty, the time will be reduced. You will get that full time reduction for every potion you use, or that you start during the event. Not the full 2 hours, because you won't get the 50% from the increased effectiveness of master notes. So I'll kind of show you what I mean by that and talk about it when we get to the fortress. But you will get a time reduction on their brewing, which can be really helpful, especially if you're trying to brew a lot fast. And so there's that. But any potions you start before the event will not get the reduction. So if you were to drop a potion at an existimal potion, which is what the ones are, what the reduced time is for. If you were to drop it at 10:55 and do the master notes on it at that time, you would have no reduction at all. Even though it would be going through during the event, you would have no reduction. If you wait until 11:01 and you drop a potion and then use the drop just a potion, and you fill up with 4 potions, you will have 50%, have the brewing time reduced by 50% for every one of the existimal potions that you put in your cauldron anytime between 11 and 2. So if you were to drop a potent existimal, which takes 2 hours, and then a regular existimal, if you use them, the regular takes a half an hour. So you would be 2.5 hours into the event. You could then start another potent existimal, and it would finish after the event, but it would finish within 2 hours of starting it and dropping the master notes. So that would be my recommendation when you put them in the cauldron. Do a potent, a regular, a potent, and then fill up with the rest with potents before when you start your second potent potion. When you do your master notes for it, fill up the other, make sure you have 4 potent potions going. That's the way to get the most potions and potion reduce, your potion time reduced for the event. If you won't use a regular, you don't want to use those ingredients, whatever, then basically you will not have time to finish 3 potions, or to start 3 potions. So you might as well do either just 2 potent potions, which is what you would get from the other, or however you want to do it, but you won't have that extra time because the event goes 3 hours, and it will take 3 hours to brew a potent and the one just below potent. So take that into consideration. If you feel you have enough ingredients, I would drop the potion, the regular potion, to get your 30 minutes out of it. So you also may want to be prepared for that when the event starts and have your ingredients ready to go for that. Now, we will have our 1 hour Barufios will be gone by then. So don't be planning on using your Barufios for that event. Actually, before I do that, I want to go do this so I don't forget. And go do this so I don't forget. Yay! Usually I don't get that from that one, but I'm not complaining. Okay, now let's see what these are. It's regular, 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 regular. Okay. And I forgot to go check Krispy Kreme, but we'll have to, I guess, maybe do that tomorrow. And of course, I get drops the first 2 times, and the third time, which is usually when you would still get a drop, not the first one, I don't get a drop. And it's the one I kind of want the most. Well, that one and Wonders of the Wizarding World. And it didn't give me a drop either. Okay, that's what I thought. We still have plenty of... So part of the reason I'm going live this early is because I need to go do some running after the time I would need to drop my daughter off, the places I need to go. Open at 9 or 10, so that's after, yeah. To drop her off and then go would mean, which is when I would have to go, would mean I was either streaming while I did the running I need to get done, or I have to stream tonight, or I stream now. So to get things done in order, so we don't have issues tonight because Brett doesn't want to go or something like that, it was better to stream now. Not getting very many drops today out of this chamber. Hi, Steph. How are you doing? So they've released the tasks for the Brilliant event, and we will get the night bus drops as rewards. That's not good. I'm gonna heart it, but just so I know I saw it. That's where I need a frowny face, not a heart. But I totally get it. That's what they found out was going on with me. Okay, there we are. Had to get one more essential, at least, runestone gift for you. I totally get it. So as I was saying right before you got on, I think, the reason I went so early is drop my son off. And then after, like when I bring my daughter in, I have some running I need to get done. But the things I needed to do, the stores don't open until 9 or 10, so I had to choose between going live when I drop my son off, going live but just doing running, or going live later tonight and risking it being a really short stream because my husband's tired or things like that. So I chose the longer stream, figuring if you want you can go back and watch it. I found a place I didn't even know existed. So that was cool. Yeah, I mean, I'd known that was what was cool. I really liked about it. I'd known about this canyon, but I hadn't had a clue that there was some things up there that were. And so I was like, oh, wow. And I hadn't known how to get up to the canyon either. I'd heard plenty about it, but I hadn't known how to get up to it. And funnily enough, I believe this canyon is shown in videos on YouTube from a major YouTuber. I believe that's the canyon he's going up. I know it's here in the valley. I'd have to go investigate more when it's not cold and everything to see if it's the area he's going to. But he never mentions exactly the name of where he's going, which I totally get. Or I should say they never mention it because it's a family. But, and that I'm sure is part of it. Because they're a family, of course they aren't going to want to mention where they live. They're a family, they're a major YouTuber. They've been on YouTube for a long time. So, yeah. But it's cool that it was cool figuring that out. So have you got everything unpacked? Or are you still working on it? That's good. So almost settled in. Have you had the chance to, because I know you were waiting until you were more settled in to go see about checking on establishing residency and all of that stuff. Have you had a chance to do that? Partway trying to use up all these runestones because we have the next event coming really soon. So I'll have time to gather more runestones to go in dark chambers. So I might as well use up and fill up my gifts. Cool. So in about April you should have it established. So are you going to start work before then, or waiting to get it established to start work? That works. I guess one good thing about that, could be bad or good. That's cool. That's one way to make ends meet. It works. Bad thing, it could be good or bad. It sounds like you'll just miss tax season, which, from what I understand, is a huge boost of income, but at the same time, it's also a really stressful time, so jumping on right then might be difficult too. It's too bad you can't find a place you'd like to work and work with them. That's what I wondered. I was going to say it's too bad you can't find a place you'd like to work and kind of work under someone. I don't know if they do that with taxes, but to help them prepare, and then just, they double check it or whatever, so they can get through more at a time. Because I don't know how they are with that, but I know, like, my parents' biggest hiring season is the fall, winter, and then they don't do as much after they're not busy, so it's harder to get on with them when they're not busy. Because you've already worked there, and so you have residency there, or not residency, but you have what you need there, or because you know people, or what? And if it's because you know people, is there any chance you could check with them, check through your networking, and see if anyone knows anyone down where you are? You might just see if anyone knows someone down where you are who might be willing to take you on like that, with some agreement like that, so that you can help them get through stuff. I don't know if even have a clue where you'd want to work, Because I'm sure there's some places that are better than others. Remind me of about where in Arizona you are, and maybe I can mention it on my Facebook and just ask if anyone knows of anyone down there that might be looking for something like that, or might be willing to do something like that. Because I know some people down in Arizona. I just don't remember which city you're near. Big city you're near. And from what my sister says, it's usually about February, March, they start really wanting help. They realize they don't have as much help for what they want to get done. Phoenix. Okay, I will check with my friends, see who's around there. And see if any of them have them keep their ear out, or find out if they know. This will be my last battle, because then my gifts will be full. Hey, what are friends for? Just making sure no one started anything growing. Okay. Gonna head toward my house because we're getting closer to time. And I'll map over there. I'll look at my phone in a little bit once I get to where I'm gonna stop for a little while. So I have this snowplow ahead of me, and on a portion of it, it has a thing of green lights, a strip of green lights sticking up into the air, and it's moving around. And so it seriously looks like it's got a green lightsaber on it. And I'm sure it's so that they can be seen in the dark, but it just looks kind of funny. I totally agree on the sinus trouble. Okay, got those. I think I might head to the one other place I know is going to have some stuff over here. Hurry and get those. And then head home. So if people could probably get some signs. I'm actually actually going to check this road before I go down it. We're good. Okay. Trapper Park sign at the corner of this road. Where to put this. Okay, got everything around me now, finally. So what happened with this area is you kind of can't see it from my house. Well, not kind of. You can't see it really from my house. And it's an out-of-the-way park, so I didn't realize it had been mapped, or it had a point of interest. And then when they started adding POIs, I came down to check once, thinking, oh, that's a place we might be able to get some added in, just because of what it is, and found out that there were some already in that I just hadn't known about. So, and the trail, the group that the Logan River stuff, I had known was there, but it's a trail. Trying to map it was kind of hard for me without going on the trail. A while ago I had said I needed to map the other part to go further on the Logan River Trail to see what was there. And that's basically where that is. That's that other by those inns and stuff. So mapping the trail didn't happen because it was just the trail was all that was over there. So there was higher push to go map other areas that actually had a lot more things and people could travel to and stuff without having to get necessarily completely out of their vehicle. this fortress I didn't even know was down there. I actually went down there to try and see where we could map stuff, where we could add stuff in, because it just didn't show up, even from the road. And it seems to be more like our hidden Ministry of Magic flag, that you almost have to be right on top of it to know it's there. And that's kind of frustrating that happens. But that seems to be what is happening with that fortress and flag, is you almost have to be right on top of it to know it's there. So that's why that area got ignored, was because it wasn't showing up on a map. And yet everywhere within the area that you could drive to was within close enough range. You should have been able to see it from the road, but it wasn't showing up from the road. Which, if I had seen it from the road, I probably would have gone down earlier, because there's times that would have been... Now, I don't know that I'll go down too much during the winter, because the road's not paved. It's not... plowed, any of that. That's actually why I was like, I gotta check the road out first. Enough people have gone down it that it was packed down enough that I was good. But to find a place to park, there's really no parking down there either as you get in the park area. And so I was very hesitant to head down for that reason, and that's why I wouldn't go down to fight in the fortress necessarily, is because trying to find a place to be able to park to fight in the fortress, that I wouldn't get stuck. Honestly, it was close to getting stuck as I left. When I turned around, I was slipping a few times, so. Anyway, and that was the area I went down once to go map, and then had to jump off to go get my daughter, because my warning for PT came across the phone. So that's what that area was. So it's basically the area I had said a while ago I was going to get. And I just hadn't made it down to get all of it. But some of them have showed up, I think, since then. I'm not positive if